Hey, it's Ronan. I have an idea and I'd love some feedback from you to let me know if it's something you'd be interested in. So, over the last few months, I've been thinking about how to most effectively and efficiently teach someone accordion. Every once in a while, some of my friends say, "Hey, I'm interested in learning the accordion. Do you give private lessons?" And I say, "No, you can go to Accordion Love and here's how we do it. I've taught thousands of people effectively. It's a nice way, but they're busy. And traditional lessons, sitting down with an instructor, whether virtually or in person, for half an hour to an hour once a week, is how we've done it historically, but it's somewhat ineffective. How I learn and how I teach my kids and people that come over to my house, we sit down together and I say, here's the left hand, and here's where to put your finger. Show me what I'm doing. Do it with me. And then I give them feedback. And it's done in 3 minutes in the morning with my kids. It's done before lunch. We're learning the Rubik's Cube. Here's the thing. Show me how you do it. Practice that for the next 15 minutes. It's done before bedtime. Show me a D minor. Show me on your fingers. You still got it. So it's done instead of half an hour to an hour once a week, which in my mind is ineffective in learning anything physical that's also a language, like music or judo or Rubik's Cube. Anything that involves both physical and mental. So many of things in life, we do it because it's how it's been done historically. But I've reimagined it over the last few months, and I'd love your feedback if it's something that you're interested in. So my friends that want to learn, in my imagination, come over to my house for the weekend for 3 to 4 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'll show you how to play the accordion and short bits of information. Let me show you for 2 minutes and watch me do it. Then you do it and then come back. And we'll do that a few times throughout the next 3 to 4 days. And that's how you'll learn accordion. Not all of the accordion, but that's how you'll learn left-hand fundamentals. That's how I'll show you klezmer music. That's how we'll learn to do trills and ornaments. All these sections that are already on Accordion Love, let me show them to you in terms of a 3 to 4 day workshop that are bite-sized rather than a 1 hour workshop. That's my idea. Historically, over the last few years we've done 1 hour workshops. They were effective, but I found that it was too much information in one session. And so maybe information didn't really stick, right? The point of Accordion Love is to understand music, not just read notes. And so what I'd love to do, what I'd love your input on, just with a comment saying, yes, I'm interested, is I'm thinking of workshops. You could sign on to as many or as few as you'd like. A fundamentals workshop. Here's how it works. The 15-minute session, and it's live over Zoom. I demonstrate a technique. You put your fourth finger on the root and your second finger on the chord, the major chord. It sounds like this. I demonstrate for a minute or two. You break out into a Zoom breakout room. You're teamed up with another accordion player from around the world, and you show each other the technique that I just demonstrated. So Ruth does this while Jim watches, and then Jim watches while Ruth does it, or vice versa. And then we come back and we say, what did we learn? Who got it? Who didn't? Let's move on to the next thing. So it's a short 10 to 15 minute portion of a lesson. Same lessons as on Accordion Love. It's done live with live feedback and accountability with another accordion player from around the world. It works whether we're 4 people or 40 people. We could have 20 breakout rooms or 2 breakout rooms. And then I explain it again. We do this every day for 3-4 days, for the length of the week, however long it takes to digest that concept. Again, if you're a new accordion player, it's accordion fundamentals for the left hand. If you're more advanced, it's adding ornamentation. It's a genre. How do we play tangos? How do we play tarantella rhythms? So this is my idea of how we re-envision live lessons in the 21st century. What's it like to connect with other people from around the world and have that accountability? Again, if you came over to my house, this is how I would teach you. This is how I teach my kids. This is how I teach Kate. This is how I teach my friends. any sort of concept that requires repetition. Rubik's Cube. Show me that technique, the right algorithm. Let me know in the feedback if it's something that you'd be interested in. I don't have costs or schedules yet, but I'd love to experiment. So just give me some feedback saying thumbs up, yes, I'm interested, and I'll have more news shortly. Thank you for listening. I hope you're well.